many eyes are closed, understanding the journey of meditation. First, please adjust your position and the posture of the body with eyes closed gently. We use the higher meditation, the word, the phrase. It simply means that now the mind is not running outside through the through the objects of the senses. It does not cause any discomfort in the body and the mind. It's basically a transformative journey. Normally, people say, oh, higher meditation, advanced meditation. So, the knowledge has to be there that how the practice maintains the relaxation, stillness, calmness, so that we can go deeper and discover our higher consciousness. The higher meditation also means that we are breaking the hypnosis of the mind. Hypnosis of the mind means the delusion part of it. So become aware of the space where are you sitting. You see that I said space awareness. I did not say focus on the space. So casually, we are aware of the space. We remind ourselves that what we are practicing. Our practice is to realize the inner potential or realize the real self. Realizing the real self, there are hundreds of techniques. Space all around your body, awareness of the room or the place where you are meditating, And then the position of the body. Position also helps us to get rid of the discomfort. And the posture. What is the knowledge part here? A simple knowledge part. Body does not sleep. Body does not ask us to do a thing. Body does not demand to get rid of the discomfort or get pleasure. It is all the mind. It is all the mind. So what is the journey into the higher meditation? It is all the mind. This mind acts as an individual I in you. That says I feel the discomfort. So when I say that I feel the discomfort, in the body, the experience. So, knowledge part is very important. We can do the practice for 50 years, but the knowledge is not there, then it will not help us. And now, when I say being comfortable, the comfort again is an experience in the mind about the body. So it means the body lives in the mind. It is not the opposite way. Oh, so if I maintain awareness, you see how simple the knowledge gives you that understanding, and understanding makes you realize if I maintain awareness of the mind, means the thoughts, feeling, and sensations about the body. To discover the comfort zone, it will work. To discover the comfort. So, experience of comfort is also experienced by the mind. It is basically an awareness. So, we get rid of the resistance of the mind. And the best way to start looking away from the world. So, away from the world means looking inside, means looking at the body first. And then I normally use the word look at the joint. It becomes easy. So all the knowledge. So you are looking at the neck joint. From outside you go inside. You go inside means the mind. Mind goes inside and find the emptiness or the space with the feeling, with sensation. And then I say what? Then I say experience, sensation, comfort, and steadiness. So you see that it is all a contemplative, reflective process. It is not mechanical, habitual. No, not at all. So what happens? As if we are placing the mind deep inside. Deep inside means rise in awareness. Rise in awareness means just be, and it can happen at any moment. Rise in awareness means we are going beyond the objects of the senses in the beginning. So look at again the shoulder joints. Buddha talks about this in a different way. So you are looking at the shoulder joints from outside, then you are aware inside, and that brings us to awareness of the space, awareness of the space or emptiness or blankness, and we stay there. We experience. We experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Now see the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. The sensation is in the body experienced by the mind. Comfort again is experienced in the mind of higher consciousness. Oh, so that is why we say rise in awareness. Yes. And the steadiness, nothing is steady in the what is experienced by the mind. So we educate the crazy mind to be steady. As I told you, the higher meditation means explore the higher consciousness beyond the discomfort and beyond the discomfort, anxiety. So, higher meditation is, yes, it can help people suffering from anxiety, stress, but no. The higher meditation is for the higher purpose. So, now see another part of the knowledge should work when we say the next step is being carefree. So first we understand intellectually. What is that? What is intellectual understanding? We are separating the content from the container. Or you can say the known from the knower, seen from the seer. So where we are separating in the mind itself. Where we are separating, you see that very subtle point. Normally we say, okay, you are comfortable, you are carefree. Those days are gone. So where we are separating in the mind. Now see the metaphor. What is the metaphor? A glass full of water. We know the water is always separate from the tumbler or glass. So, but this thoughts and feelings do not appear separate from the knower, or I am, just for the sake. Say that I am is separate from what I know. So, what I know? Thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Someone says, someone said to me, how to do it. So, that meaning of how to do it means that I am is mixed with the thought. But the problem is how to do it. No issue. In the very beginning or to the advance, in the beginning, any thought comes, any feeling thought comes to the mind, say to the mind, this thought is separate from me, just from me. Or you can say, I'm separate from these thoughts. Or you can say, I am not the thought, or feeling, or pain, or pleasure. You see the pain, discomfort takes the mind to the same habitual reaction. That is why we had the first two steps. You see, that is why we had the first two steps. And we allowed the mind to experience the place, position, and posture, and sensation, comfort, and steadiness. In that state, we experience separation from the known and the knower. So, even you think it in the beginning. At a higher level, what happens? At a higher level, we are simply aware. Aware of what? Oh, come on, it's so simple. It is so simple. I see the monitor at present and watching you. So behind the mind, I see I am separate from you. Oh, that who sees I am separate from you is being carefree. So our intellectual understanding is now an experience. So our Eastern wisdom simply says what the principle is, that the knower is always separate from the known. If it is, then why? Because mind in delusion, in ignorance, claims knower and the known are one. That is the point of ignorance. So, place, position, and So, step into a higher meditation means that step one is place, position, and posture is there. And then we have a step two sensation, comfort, and steadiness to avoid any pain, discomfort. Why? Because then the mind will go back to its habit and ignorance. So that is why we are doing. Otherwise, there is, after, once we reach to that state, there is no issue. And step being carefree, I have already explained that. So now step into the higher meditation means that now we will follow the principles of Eastern wisdom. So teachers can customize, can personalize the practice. So let us take that which I call the second stage. Oh, that is what you say, the second stage. So what is the second stage? Let us meet with the three bodies. You see that we have a knowledge. We have knowledge of three bodies intellectually. We have a clear understanding intellectually. But what we need to understand in meditation, so first we need to rise above three bodies. Rising above means same thing, knower and the known. That is one way to do it. What I know, or whatever I can know, both, is separate from me. Do I know the physical body? Yes. And science has already explained that in detail, our system and organs and tissues and the cells. So we know it. I know the physical body. I am different, separate from the physical body. And also, body does not say or ask you, I am sleeping, I am waking, I have a pain. So that I-ness is not there. Again, what is the principle? Principle is the same, the knower and the known. We are taking that principle today. We'll take others also. And then we go deeper. Deeper means again rise in awareness. Rise in awareness means what? I know the subtle body. Simple meaning, subtle is not known by the senses. I see your name in the form. I see your form through the senses. But what we think and feel remains above the senses. So it is, we say it is the subtle body. Subtle body, we can say mind, memory, intellect, and I thought, I experience, I joy, I pleasure. Oh, that is the subtle body, and so it means I am not what I'm thinking. What I am thinking, feeling. Oh, we are exploring who I am. We are exploring who I am. And we have understood clearly what I know I am not. I am stressed. So, what happened? If you go back to being carefree, we have separated. The stress is known, separated from I am. It means I'm not the stress. It happens in the body and the physical body and the mind. Oh, so okay, that is where the subtle body. And now many people confuse that we cannot know the causal body. And it is so simple. What is simple? Do I know I am real self or Satchidanand? No, I do not know. That is the causal body. What? Yes, that is the causal body. That is the causal body, yes. So, what happens when I know myself, my real self, or who am I? The causal body falls. So, the higher meditation should delete the causal body as such. Just to. And beyond the causal, beyond three bodies, beyond the three bodies, mind has nothing to imagine. You see, nothing to think about. Oh, yes. And if that is so, then is it mindfulness? Yes. It is emptiness? Yes. It is nothingness? Yes. So we have two problems here. One, the mind imagines nothingness as absence of what I know. Absence of what I know. So the mind at a deeper level, at the causal level, it starts thinking there is nothing there, there is no house, there is no me, there is no you, and a long list. That is not the nothingness. It is mere imagination. Oh, it is a mere imagination. So you are aware. And the second problem The mind runs after the past impressions, give rise to many hallucinative experiences taken as higher meditative experience. Oh, it may be vision, colors, or no, it is not so. So, what should we do? Recognize three bodies and stay there. Stay there as if beyond three bodies. Like seeing a beach, seeing an ocean beyond the beach and the trees and the waves. So we are educating the mind here also. We are educating the mind to understand what is meaning of going beyond three bodies. So we take this awareness little deeper. Knowledge is very important. So again, we use our intellect in the knowledge. We have 10 pots full of water. Sun is reflected in all. The water here is the mind, pot is the physical body, and subtle, the causal body. Causal body says, I see the sun in a pot. That is what the ignorance is. Oh. And beyond that, there is what we say the real self. Now we need to ask, is it sun in all the parts? Answer comes no. But why we are claiming? We have already clear it is because of the ignorance. So the real sun is opposite of the sun reflected in 10 pots. Very good, yes. Opposite means turning the mind within. Within means the rise in awareness. That is what we discussed. Means going beyond the world of name and the form to see the sun, to see the real self. that we can also, so that process has to be done again and again. Uh, it is like, oh, so your physical body, my physical body, and people's physical body is a part. Inside the mind, there is an individuality, I am, and beyond that, there is oneness. So that is where we want to reach. Simple way to understand. As such, there is no sun in these parts. That is only a metaphor. But when we go deeper, metaphor and experience, that is different than the metaphor. So we see opposite. So when I see you, can I see you beyond the body and the mind? Than every human being. So here our Buddha suggests that let the breath act as a bridge between the space, sensation, nature, movement beyond. So let us again, so now we go and look at the breath. So I see and experience the breath. Yes. It is known. Yes. Who is seeing? The knower. The knower. One knower is coming from the mind, or which is a I thought. But there is a knower beyond the I thought and the experience of the breath. Just check it. Oh, yes. That knower knows that, oh, here is I thought said that I'm looking at the breath, and that knower also knows the breath. That is what we say, the witness, consciousness, sakshi. We say sakshi. We also say choiceless awareness, and we also say vipassana. Vipassana is not a meditation. The word is used for witness. Vipassya. Vipassya means seeing alone is left. Oh, seeing alone is left? Yes. But where this mind has gone? Mind has already merged. It is not happening now. It is okay. But that is what, because the mind becomes the I thought or the knower because of reflection. of real self in the mind. Oh, that is why, now you see, we have to go deeper into these metaphors to understand clearly. So the metaphor is not always equal to what our teachers are teaching. That is why they are known as metaphors. We don't need a metaphor if it can happen in directly. Okay. So once we have understood the first part, and now understood the second part of this knowledge, so you are understanding and you are aware. Knowledge, I'm just making it very simple. The means knowing, means understanding, understanding means being aware. Okay. So now the breath in and out, very good. Sensation of the breath is there, very good. You are not the doer means I thought is not regulating the breath, it is happening. It is happening. Very good. So pay attention to the happening. Happening. It is so-called the natural. Natural means coming from nature. Coming from nature means what? Prakriti or matter. For the same. Or matter. Oh, really? Yes. So how can I say I am breathing? If I can say I am breathing, then I will never leave the breathing. Oh, so can I separate this movement of the breath? Can I separate the movement? It is already separate. It is already separate, my friend. Can I separate? It is already separate. I simply need to be aware. Because there is a deep clinging created by the nature at the time of the birth. Why? To help us to survive. But now we have to discover that it is different and separate. Okay. That is one. And the third part of the knowledge, again I'm using a metaphor to be clear. There is a space all around where body is, breath is, mind is, thought is, that space in which everything means body, breath, mind, intellect, ego, thought, feelings, sensations, are present. Can I simply say, for the sake of understanding, that we have many items in a bag, but that bag is the space, and that very space is I am, just for the sake of understanding. So, what happens by practice of awareness of the breath without any change? We have a rise in awareness, and we find only under awareness, body, breath, mind, intellect, ego are working in that awareness. So even the breath which we say is life is separate from me. Can it happen in a day? No, it takes time. So now we are totally. Separation means what? The last part of the knowledge here works. Separation means what? The mind is not reflected there on the body, breath, mind, intellect, and ego. No reflection means no mind. No mind means mind merged with that awareness. That is what, sometimes we say it is self-absorption, or what happened, the knower and the known merges. Okay. You have to do the practice again and again and again until that understanding leads to awareness. Where is, am I not aware? No, I'm aware. Now, once that is clear to mind in the above, in this step, what it means. Purity of the mind. Mind now likes it as a space in that space we drop Om. Om is what? Real self. Namaha. I am not. What I am not? I'm not the three bodies, Shivaya. So here we use the image of the Shiva, or simply awareness. Both are working. So now it is perfectly natural. What is natural? The moment we look we find the space, we find all-pervading space. There we say Om. Om is just a pure awareness. Okay? But before the mind can go anywhere for I thought, we say Namaha, means I am not what you are thinking, mind. And then Shivaya. Either, depending on, either awareness, just a pure awareness, if we get a direct awareness, or just the Shiva image is good. So exploring that state takes us to what I normally say higher meditation. This is one way to explain. We will also understand different and it's a good to stay in the practice for why to stay for a longer period. We know that is even if the mind is challenging us, we are living beyond and above the mind. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti. It's always good that you stay. Once you follow these audio instructions, continue to follow for a longer period and see what happens, and bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down.